Okay guys, stay tuned. If you like the look of that, I'm going to show you how to cook some chicken tikka on the Big Pig. So here we go folks, pretty simple ingredients. Quantities and exact measurements are going to be in the video description. So we're going to mix up our marinade mixture and then tip it into the snap-lock bag with the chicken. So the really cool thing about this recipe is basically all the marinating and everything is done in the bag overnight. So once you got your marinade mixture made up, it's just a matter of basically spooning that in on top of the chicken, give it a good mix around, and then keep it in there overnight. So you can do this before you go away camping, or just, if you're cooking at home. But anyway, I'll get this bagged up and in the fridge. Check that colour out, guys. Chicken and marinade have been getting to know each other overnight in the fridge, so let's get them out and get them onto the spit. Okay guys, so we've got the rotisserie set up here, ready to go. Little tip for loading the meat on and getting it centered over the coals correctly. So what we're going to do is be loading meat on from the spike end here. We're going to leave this spike here loose, but we've locked this one in place. And we've done that basically so it's roughly in the position over the coals as it is right now. So when we're loading our meat on, we're going to have it in position so we don't have to play around with it too much, centering that meat over the hot coals later on. So let's go and load some chicken on. Okay guys, so I've emptied those thighs out into a bowl here and we're just going to load them on one by one. So what I generally like to do is actually just fold them over in half and then spike them through onto the rod through both sides of the thigh. And what that does is it just makes it a little bit of a smaller profile on the spit rod, and just be careful not to spike your hand through when you're doing this. And we're just going to load all those thighs onto the end here. And last but not least, we've got our end spike here, which we're going to push on and just push up nice and firm and tighten up that bolt. So as you can see, we've got a nice even proportion of our chicken throughout the whole rod, and that's going to stay nice and secure throughout the whole cook. Alright, it's time to get that loaded on and spinning. So here we go. What we're going to have is that tandoori marinade start dripping down on those coals, making a lot of flavour. We're cooking pretty hot, so the outside is going to crisp up. Those daggly bits are going to get a little bit charred, but that's going to add a heap of flavour. So we'll check back in about 20 minutes. So it's been about 20 minutes and it is looking absolutely beautiful. Marinade's done its job, colour's great, good heat coming off that charcoal. Check back in about another 20. Some really nice caramelisation coming up there now, getting those char bits too. So this is another 20 minutes on, and we'll check back in around about the hour mark. We're at about the hour mark and that is really looking good, but I think we're just not quite going to get there temp wise with the charcoal that we've got right now. So let's have a little temp check. We're looking for 165 internal on the thermopen. So I don't think we're going to quite get there with this batch of coals. So I've got some more lighting up in a chimney, and occasionally when you're cooking with briquettes, you're going to have to top them up throughout a cook. Okay guys, so it's gone a little bit longer than expected, but that's looking like Flavour Town. All those crispy crunchy bits on the outside and juicy and done on the inside. So let's take this off, give it a rest. So our spit rod should be nice and cool after a rest for about 20 minutes. And this chicken should pretty much just all slide off nicely like that. Okay, super simple, easy way to serve this. Naan bread. Grab one of those pieces of thigh there. Gonna get a little bit of raita This is really easy to make. It's literally just cucumber and yogurt, natural yogurt mixed up, and I like to top it with a nice dollop of mango chutney. And there you go. Indian feast for a king.